Welcome back. Jack Corbett again. This is now episode 7 of our business, finance and management series. This is the first time that we're going to be picking up a finance module to assist all of our viewers with independent wealth creation. Now, when you're looking to accumulate wealth for yourself personally, it's important to take into account 5 simple steps. Long before I display those to you though, I want to make it clear that all advice shared in this video is general, not personal. At no point have I taken into account your personal circumstances, and if you decide to action any of the advice shared in this video, you're doing so upon your own accord. If you wish to do so, please do take into account all of the risks that are associated with this nature of investing. Now, first step to wealth creation. What money people do overlook is the fact that you need to remove all of your non-deductible debt. Now, if you're not quite sure what non-deductible debt is, that's referring to things that you are unable to deduct as a loss against your tax return on a yearly basis. So I'm talking about credit cards, store cards, personal loans, car loans, loans for the jet ski, loans for the holiday that you went on, and things of that nature. Because the main reason being is that a lot of people will have, say, $20,000 of cash stored in their account. But what they also have is a $10,000 credit card bill. Now, this just doesn't make sense. If you look at your credit card and the fact that your bank will be charging you nearly 20% per annum for the interest against the amount that you owe, and then keeping the $20,000 in your savings account where you might be lucky if you're generating 4%, at that stage, you're actually 16% worse off in holding cash than you would be against depositing that amount into your credit card. So, long before you think about having a budget, long before you think about investing, you need to think about how can I remove all of the debt that is underlying in my personal form of wealth creation, in my personal investment portfolio. Now, once you've done so, you're back on a level playing field. Now you have an opportunity to be able to move forward. To do that, you must have a budget. Now, the main reason why people are unable to save is because a majority of Westerners implement what we call an earning, spending, savings ratio. They earn, then they spend, then they save whatever's left. Usually, that's not a lot, if anything at all. What we want you guys to do is to implement an earning, saving, spending ratio, where as soon as you earn, you take maybe 5, 10, 15% of that amount and put it into a long-term, high interest bearing savings account that can begin to accumulate for you over time. We call that me tax. The way we look at it is if the Australian government upped the tax rate by 5%, you would pay it. You would have to. So why don't you up your tax rate by 5%, and before your money even hits your account on a weekly or fortnightly basis, you remove 5, even 10% of that amount, and you put it into a savings account that's going to allow you to enter into the third stage of wealth creation, which is investing. Now, there are a range of different investment vehicles that you can implement to be able to create wealth for yourself. But one of the very simple options is to firstly transition from being a renter to being a home owner. If you can budget and you can save for a deposit on a property, you can then go and get yourself into the market. The beauty of the housing market is that over a period of time, the value of that property will always appreciate. It will always be worth more. So therefore, you're going to actually have more capital at your disposal when you decide to sell that house in the future. The next step is to compound. Compounding is the art of continuing to reinvest at the same amount weekly, fortnightly and monthly, even after you have begun to formulate a portfolio for your investments. Continuing from there, after you have compounded, this is the most easy part of it all. You just have to wait. You just have to let it grow. The number one catalyst to wealth creation is time. The more time that you have at your disposal, the greater amounts that you will be able to earn, because your money will start working for you instead of you working for it. But the reason why people don't even manage to get into the budgeting stage is because of the fact that they don't consider the amount that they have left over at the end of each month, at the end of each week, an amount that's worth saving. But please bear in mind, with as little as $46 per week, that's just $200 per calendar month, over a 20-year period, you will have accumulated $48,000 in cash. Bearing in mind, if that was to increase at 5% per annum in a compounded growth, you would have over $115,000 in your bank. So you might not think that $46 is worth saving, but if I offered you $115,000 in 20 years' time, I'm quietly confident you'd bite my hand off. Another option, if you're able to save $137.84 per week, compounded at 5% per annum over 30 years, you would have over $500,000 in your bank. Think about that for me, $137.84 per week. Can you save that? If you can, 30 years from now, you can have $500,000, and that $500,000 at 5% will be generating you $25,000 a year of passive income, over $490 a week that the bank starts to pay you. If you want to find out more about methods of wealth creation and how you can assist your own personal finances, feel free to contact us at admin@isrtraining.com.au, or of course, jump onto Google and research Platinum Finance. They're an organization here on the Gold Coast that has helped many individuals, partnerships and businesses to drive their finances forward, and I feel they'll have the opportunity to be able to do the same for you. Thank you for taking the time to follow up and watch this video. Feel free to comment and share, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.